I'm John Hrinda. I live in Williamstown, which is about 45 miles north of Harrisburg. And we always participate in the Prostate Walk because I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2016. Then I was cancer-free at the end of 2016, but re-diagnosed again in July of 2023 with the cancer that attached to my bones. So the Prostate Walk is very important to us. So what we do is we sign up and we donate and we do the mile walk. All summer though, I was not feeling well. Because I get cancer shots every month for the prostate, I assumed that because I was tired and because my lungs were burning and because I had shortness of breath, that was all part of the side effects of the cancer injections. The heart was never on my radar. So during the walk, the mile walk, halfway through, I was experiencing the shortness of breath, the burning in the lungs. My wife said, let's stop. I said, well, no. Said, we're really only a couple hundred feet away from the finish line. We went through the finish line. I sat on the bench. My eyes really got weird, and in seconds, it was over. The light switch went out. So I guess the difference between a heart attack, according to Dr. Gatta, the difference between a heart attack and sudden cardiac arrest is that your heart just stops. So, I mean, you have no time to even seconds think about what's going on. So at least five people jumped in and started doing CPR, taking turns, and they cracked 3 ribs, which I'm thankful for. But they say if you're not doing CPR correct, then you're not cracking any ribs. So, but in any case, 5 people at least tried. They couldn't get a pulse. Jessica Moore, who happened to be attending the race that day, she ran up to the AED machine, and she had the key to open it. She opened the cabinet, came down with the AED, and I had to get shocked 4 times before they got a pulse. When I got in the ambulance, I remember the attendants rushing around me, looking at me, and he looked at me square in the face. He said, "You are one lucky man. You died twice today." And so when I got to the hospital, the doctors, Dr. Alex, I mean, they were there. They were waiting for me. And there was just no hesitation. After a quick exam, they sent me up to get the stents put in. I have 2 stents put in. They were put in by Dr. Gatta. And Dr. Gatta, when I met him after the surgery, I mean, he told me that it's very rare for anybody to survive the blockage that I had. I had 99% blockage in the Y section, which isn't even in the Widowmaker. The section I had the blockage in supplies the Widowmaker. The other was 80%. And I have to tell you, divine intervention took place that day. Jessica Moore just had a baby. She was not going to be there. At the last minute, she told her husband, "How about watching the baby? I'm going to go to the prostate run." She had the only key to the cabinet. When she got out of her car at City Island, she hesitated to walk back. She said, "I better get the key anyway," and got the key and went back to her car to get the key. The other thing that's amazing is that my background, I'm a retired supply chain executive. So I've been involved with Oracle, I've been involved with SAP, I know how important systems are. And the systems were down at the hospital when I got there. They did apparently a update, which I know very well doesn't go well, and the systems were down. So the other divine intervention is Dr. Gatta just happened to look at his emails on his cell phone and realized that there was a situation at City Island that there was someone in cardiac arrest. He rushed over to the hospital because he looked at his cell phone, not because he was contacted by UPMC. So everything just perfectly aligned for me to be here, and I am so thankful. Dr. Alec came in to see me the next morning and said, "We have a room for you, but you're not getting it. You're too healthy, you're going home." So at 11 o'clock the next day, I was released. And again, the belief is that the AED machine did enough to shock and move some of the clotting in the vein, enough that blood got in. After I became conscious, and I'm still trying to process some of what went on, after I became conscious, I realized that I was in a state that I didn't know. Because I don't remember the shocking of the AEDs. My wife, of course, was there. I mean, she witnessed everything. This is my first experience with UPMC, and it's a great one. The doctors, I mean, there was no hesitation. They knew exactly what was going on, and because of the urgency they used to get me those stents put in and get me well is incredible. You know, to have AEDs posted throughout locally or like you have here in the city is great. Well, to me, when you go through what I went through, I mean, it's a necessity. It's something that we need to sit back and take a serious look at and say, hey, you know, this is one worthwhile donation because this is going to save lives. Whether it be my family, whether it be a friend, whether it be a stranger, it doesn't matter. You know, every day I get up, I go outside and I go, you know, I would have missed this. If I had died, I would have missed this, what happened today. So I'm trying to soak in everything I can every day. But yeah, I mean, you get some crazy thoughts like that, you know, was I in line? And, you know, and then you keep asking yourself, you know, why am I still here? What do I have to do yet? You know, because obviously my work here isn't finished. Years ago, I used to be a jogger. I used to do the 5 to 10 Ks, you know, and get into different marathons. And when I got a hip replacement and 2 knees replaced, that all stopped. So, but yeah, the rehab's going well. My wife attended the first 3 sessions, and after that, they put me in a group, and they start you off slow, and they monitor. I mean, you hook yourself up with the monitors. They track you with everything that you're doing over there. Like I said, everybody I've met here at UPMC is an expert. I mean, just full of love, you know, full of help, just want you to get well. Just like meeting Dr. Alex and meeting Dr. Gata, they're not going to get rid of me too soon because they're going to see me, I'm sure, on a frequent basis because I have a lot to thank them for.